Josh, obviously a terrific performance from you guys as a team tonight. Where'd this come from, and how good does this feel right now?
I mean, we just knew that, we haven't been playing to the level that, we should be playing. So for us, it's just, leaving it all on the floor, and that's our approach for, every game after this.
When did you guys feel like you guys had it going? And Luka Doncic is kind of hollering at you right now. What can you say about his performance tonight?
I mean, he's an MVP for a reason. I think he's an amazing player. It's good to hear him do some Australian chants. He's a big Australian fan, so no, it's great. I mean, he set the tone, and the whole team, was able to follow. So, that type of energy coming out of the game is very important.
Everybody knows what you guys are facing. You obviously still have to scale Everest here over the course of the next week and a half or so, but how do you build on this momentum? How do you take this to Boston now?
Yeah, I mean, I think just, look at the film, learn from our mistakes from this game, but also continue with that energy and make sure we come out with the same exact aggression, which, I know we will.
Josh, thanks so much. Joe, back to you.
It helps when you are up by 48 against a team like this. What does that do for your confidence going into game 5?
I mean, I think it's, it's great. I think it's good for the team to be able to see, how good of a team we can be and go back to, how we were playing in the earlier series. So I'm super proud of the guys, and, the guys are happy, but, we know that, we're still down and we need to continue to play like that. So it's just motivating.
Specifically defensively, it seemed like you guys were clicking over. Did it feel much better defensively, and what was going right?
Yeah, it felt, it felt a lot more comfortable defensively. We struggled with a couple things in the earlier games, and I think we did a great job of making that adjustment. Guys were really vocal. We're talking to one another, and honestly, everyone has each other's back, and I think that's what's really cool about this team is everybody is it's a family, and I think that showed tonight.
You mentioned he asked you about Luka. You mentioned having each other's back. There was so much criticism after the last game. Did you all feel that? And did you want to kind of come out with a little bit more for him specifically tonight, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, like Luka's, he's gonna face, criticism, whatever. Media is gonna say whatever. But I mean, I think the coolest thing about it is, Luka wasn't frustrated, stayed level-headed, and I think at the end of the day, he's a very competitive player. And he's the one who started the game. He sparked the game, and you could just tell he was focused and ready to go. So the energy is just contagious, and our team rising. That's our leader.
What worked for you guys defensively tonight? I mean, it was just lockdown.
Yeah, I mean, I think just, game plan in general, the game plan that we've been, trying to do from game one. So I think, everyone bought in, and it was awesome.
On the court,
on the court, it definitely made me lock in a lot more. And I know that I'm doing this for more than just me. I mean, I love the game, but I'm doing this because I got my kids looking up to me. One of my boys right here, he actually plays ball, so he's looking up to me at the moment while I'm playing ball and everything. It's a great feeling that knowing that he could be here watching the games and enjoying himself. But fatherhood is everything to me. It's my family, and my family means everything.
What's it say about this team that you guys are able to come out here and put this kind of performance on the court when you had your back so firmly against the wall like you did?
Like I said, we're just gonna keep fighting. That's the type of team we are. That's what we do. And we just fight through it all. Win, lose, or draw. We're just gonna keep fighting to the end.
When you guys win a game that profoundly, that dominantly, how much momentum can you take into? Obviously, it was a slog in Boston. It was tough to win a game in Boston. But can you take this? Can you build on this? I mean, how much of this translates?
Of course, you could build on it, but I mean, they're gonna come out and try to give us their best punch in game 5 over there. So we just going over there trying to make sure that we playing the same way that we came out tonight, aggressive. Everybody 1 through 5, we want to be aggressive and trying to get downhill, make plays for yourself or make plays for others.
Defensively in particular, you guys were swarming tonight. How much of an emphasis was it for you guys to come out on a different level defensively?
I mean, that's what I was saying in the interviews that I had before. I mean, that's what we got to do. We got to come out there with that type of intensity and be physical from the get-go and not let them try to take the first punch, but we got to throw the first punch and have them recovering from us.
What's the sense of belief in this locker room now that you guys have proven that you can beat this team, that you can go do it 3 more times?
Belief never stopped after we lost the first one, second one, or third one. We still believed, and we're going to keep believing. That's just the type of team we are. We believe in each other. We trust each other. And we know what we can do. We know what we can do out there, and we know we're a special team, so we just got to play that way.
Derrick, thanks. You guys very nearly set the record for the largest finals blowout ever tonight. You missed it by 4 points. What worked for you guys tonight? What clicked? Where did this all come from?
100%. I feel like it was just a team effort. In all honesty, kind of a mediocre start, but we found ways to just take that next step forward, put our best foot forward, and just play the game that we all know and just have fun with it.
You say mediocre start, but you guys were up by 48.
Well, yeah, I was saying mediocre start more so myself. You know, we had a turnover with maybe like a minute into the game. Can't have that, you know. And I just felt that, you know, obviously I was glad that they took me out because I felt like that I didn't have the right approach to the game. I had to get my mind right, and I told D Live I appreciate just how he came out and just handled business. You know, because I had to piggyback off of that. I had to just come out, pick up where he left off when it came to the just energy side of the game. You know, just having fun, doing the things that I do at a great level, and that's just have energy. And I just had to be able to do that tonight. So I appreciate him 100% because he came out and set the tone.
And then you started playing better, like you said. The whole team started playing better. Can this help you guys in the game? And it's one game at a time, but still, you are big in this game.
It gives us motivation, you know. Like I said, in all honesty, like everybody is saying, we just have to take this one game at a time and just have patience.
Defensively, what was going on? Right. It seemed like you guys looked more comfortable out there defensively. Is that accurate?
We were just playing together, making sure everybody knew where they needed to be and just communicating on the defensive side of the ball.
You mentioned how well Lively played tonight. He's the second 20-year-old with multiple double-doubles in the finals, and the other one is Magic Johnson. What can you say about just the way that he's started his career and the way that he went out there and performed tonight?
I feel like he's taking the steps in the right direction, for sure. You know, he's professional. He has the right energy when it comes to the game, and he has the right mindset. So, you know, when it comes to just a guy as young as him, I applaud him for just how he holds himself. You know, with all he's been through, he's actually just, you know, came out, just put everything negative to the side and just focused on just the game. And when you put respect and love into the game, it rewards you in a good way. So it's really showing how it's rewarding him right now.
He also made a three. We talked the other day about you trying to get your first one. Are you ready?
I mean, yeah, but, you know, if I'm ever in that position, I will take it, but I'm not going to force anything.
Do you feel like you guys played this game with a little bit of desperation before the game started?
I mean, yeah, of course there was a feeling of desperation, but I felt like we just came out and just had our mind set on no matter the outcome of the game, you know, we're going to give 110%. Just come out, just have fun, and just play our game.
If you can pinpoint one thing that you can carry that to Boston, what kind of stuff do you need to feel like you need to do a little bit better even from this game?
I mean, I felt like, you know, even with the mistakes that we made throughout the game, we found ways to adjust throughout the game, down the stretch. Just pretty much just the communication part. Keep that up, and I feel like everything will fall into place for us because, you know, that helps out a lot. You know, getting guys to really just navigate the defense, letting guys know what's going on behind them, you know. I mean, you know, there's not really much I can say. You know, like I said, taking it one game at a time. It's just, you know, we don't focus on the negatives until, you know, after today, and then we just kind of like move on to the next, one game at a time.
What kind of mood do you guys have right now? What kind of mood, especially after the win in the locker room? What kind of mood? Is feel more comfortable or examined, or what kind of situation?
We can't relax. You know, we got a whole lot of other games to play if we're going to keep making this push. So at the end of the day, like I said, one game at a time and just having patience.
What do you expect on Monday night from the crowd? I mean, it was tough there the first two. What do you expect?
I feel like it's going to be the same, you know, but we can't let that get in the way of what we got, and we set a goal.
Anybody say anything to this team before the overall message before you guys went out there? And is there somebody need to come in and say the same exact thing before the subsequent games?
Everybody just said believe in yourself. Pretty much it. We went out there and that's what we did.